Welcome back, Ask Dan Anything, episode number whatever. I'm Dan Munro, confidence coach, coming back at you with a question from my man Yuan. He says, quite vulnerably, I tried to be bold and honest about my feelings with a girl, but ended up feeling stupid and embarrassed about my action instead of feeling good about myself. Why and how to change that? Cheers. Alright, Yuan, this is a good question. I know a lot of guys out there, and girls, getting involved with the whole brojo philosophy, going out there and starting to be more open and vulnerable about the way they feel with people. They're starting to be more honest and practice that kind of, that masculine power of honesty. And then they wonder why afterwards they feel a bit shitty. And we're going to talk about that today. First off, actually I'll go to the end of my little bullet points here. It's okay to feel this way after an action. This is not a failure. Integrity doesn't come for free. Okay, integrity isn't all cuddles and sunshine. Okay, sometimes it's pain and suffering and discomfort. And in order to learn what it means for you to have integrity, you're going to have to experience the entire range of emotions. And rather than seeing this as a failure or a punishment, you can see it for what it really is, which is the range of human experience. It is living. So many of us essentially want to be psychopaths. We want to be unfeeling and unaffected. And yet, I've worked with psychopaths a lot, and they have jealousy for people who feel something because they have no connection to the world. They can't feel connected to anything. So your embarrassment and feeling stupid is just part of the overall range of human experience, and there's nothing wrong with it. So that's my first point. Now, emotions are powerful sources of information. They tell you what's really going on. If we can just listen to them, we'll understand ourselves so much better. How you feel after an action, shows you clearly what your true intentions were and what you were focused on. If you feel embarrassed and stupid after expressing your attraction or your feelings honestly to a girl, it tells me that you were outcome dependent, that your true intentions were to get her to reciprocate. Because I think you're only going to feel embarrassed and stupid if she doesn't reciprocate, right? So I'm guessing, you haven't said that in your question, but I'm guessing that she didn't say, I feel the same way about you, let's be together. Because this wouldn't be an issue for you. You wouldn't feel embarrassment. You wouldn't feel stupid if that's how she reacted. Am I right? So what I'm guessing is that this wasn't you just trying to be bold and honest. This was you using honesty as a strategy, which is actually quite different to being honest. Underneath you might have told yourself a story, I'm just trying to be honest and bold. But your embarrassment shows that there was more to it than that. It was what I call infected with neediness. You wanted a specific reaction from her. You wanted it to go a certain way, and your feeling stupid and embarrassed is the reaction of it not going that way. So what way did you want it to go? Where did you lose track of just giving yourself honestly to someone and start using it as a strategy? What were you trying to manipulate her into doing? What kind of reaction were you trying to cultivate in her? There's nothing wrong with being needy. It's just you need to be aware of it. I suggest that your focus become about giving, right? Because if you feel embarrassed and stupid after being honest, then it's not because of the other person's reaction. It's because you were trying to get something and you didn't get it. Those are the feelings of not getting what you want. It's also a natural learning process. As you go about being more honest about the way you feel, embarrassment is going to occur often at the start because you're going to have a lot of shame about yourself. So when I first started going up and expressing attraction to girls, I would be almost throwing up. It was so nerve-wracking for me because I had so much shame around sexual attraction. And I was actually going through the process of reducing that shame. One way to look at it is every time you choose to be embarrassed, that is, you create a situation where you are embarrassed or shameful, you're exposing your shame to the sunlight, you're killing it one small piece at a time. Put it this way, after doing the same thing 100 times, there's no more embarrassment. You know, let's say you streak naked through a crowd. The first time you're going to be deeply embarrassed and shameful. The 100th time you do it, it's going to be almost boring. Because all the shame's gone. You've exposed it to the light and it's evaporated. Shame's like a vampire. It can't survive being exposed. So, I guess in summary, first off, just enjoy the range of human experience. It means that you're alive and it means that you're not a psychopath. Understand that if you don't feel good about being honest, then odds are it's because it was designed as a strategy. It wasn't what you might call pure honesty. It was strategic honesty. And the feelings you're having is just your body's natural reaction to not getting what it wants. Whereas you'll know that you're focused on giving and your true intention is giving when you feel good about your honesty, no matter how the other person reacts. Just like you feel good about giving a gift anonymously. So have a look at that. I hope that helps you, Yuan. For those of you who have similar questions, send them through to dan@brojo.co.nz. Subscribe to the YouTube channel there. And my upcoming book, The Naked Truth, is going to talk a lot about giving honestly. So keep an eye out for that. Cheers.